If you want to leave a voicemail, you can join the show. There's a link in the description. You click that link. You got 90 seconds. You leave us a call. You say whatever you want. It can be positive. It can be negative. Preferably, don't swear too much because it makes it difficult for me to edit. But if you do, not the end of the world. And we voice all voicemails. Whatever you want to say and be on our show, we'll voice it. Let's begin.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Mike G here. Wondering, what are you guys thinking about the goaltender situation in Chicago? You know, Spencer Knight was a big-time signing, but you gotta wonder, after Arvid Soderblom's performance last year, is he primed for a takeover? Do we think we're gonna see him in the crease, especially under the guidance of top 15 captain Nick Foligno?
Yes. Easy answer is yes.
Spencer Knight was fantastic. Soderblom was great. I love Soderblom's game. He's big, he's a Swede, he's mobile. The Swedes have elite hands, and they've always been fantastic. Knight is more of a blocking style goaltender. To be honest, if they can get the player side figured out, they got two elite goaltenders. They'll be 1A, 1B. I'm very optimistic for the future of the Hawks. And, you know, I don't know what you think, Dave. You get Marner in there with Bedard and Foligno. That can help a lot with the goaltending situation too, right?
Yeah. You know what? It's not a terrible fit. When I see it in my head, I can see Marner in the red. I really can. I think the Wings are really going to be Wings are going to make playoffs next year.
Okay. Next call from Zach, and he's a Wings fan.
What's up, guys? I wanted to call in and say you guys are doing great. I love the podcast. It's fantastic. I also wanted to ask what your perspective was on what's going on in Detroit with them gassing Newsy, you know, the day after Christmas, what McCullen was able to do when he came in. And Trav, I wanted to know what your perspective was on the goalie situation over there when they picked up Mrazek at the trade deadline. They had Lyon, they had Taubes, and I think they had Mrazek for one more year. But I wanted to know what you guys thought about that. And the last question I had was, who do you think should get the net for the U.S. and the Olympics? Should it be Ottinger or should it be Hellebuck? Thanks, guys. You're the best.
Hellebuck. Oh, listen, Stevie Y, give him all the room he needs. He built an absolute legendary team in the Tampa Bay Lightnings. He can do it again in Detroit, and he's got even more skin in the game in that one. So give him time. He's going to turn that team around. When it comes to the goaltending for Team USA, you got to go Hellebuck. I mean, I know. Listen, I know he lost in the Four Nations face-off, the little mini tournament that's about as big of a deal as the Brick tournament in Edmonton. But I think you got to give it to Hellebuck first, and if he looks shaky, throw Ottinger in.
As far as the Red Wings goaltending situation with Mrazek, you do not go back to your ex-girlfriend. You take the trash to the curb, you leave it there, and you go back inside. You start picking through the trash. Your neighbor's going to see it. It's embarrassing. Now you're a trash picker, and whatever you found is never worth as much as what you thought was in there to begin with. So in regards to Mrazek, should have left him where he was in Chicago. Get some new talent. They have Lyon. They had a couple other guys in the pipeline. They had Costa or Sebastian Costa that I really liked. Big guy, like 6'7", Canadian goalie. And then Talbot, he's okay, but just leave the trash at the curb.
Next call.
Hey man, this is Andrew Norberg again. This is my third time calling you guys. Never seem to answer my calls for some reason. But I'll do a two-parter for this one today. My first one was if you guys thought that Nick Foligno was like like a top 15 captain in the NHL. And my second question was if you think Arvid Soderblom is like a top 10 goalie, if he has like a really good defense in front of him. Thank you guys. I love the show. Please do my voicemail this week. Thank you.
Done and done. We love you. Thanks for the call in. Sorry for missing your calls. I feel like my ex-girlfriends are calling in. Why don't you call me back?
I love all the phone calls coming in from Lake Michigan and Lake Erie. This is great. I love it. I love that there's more talk about that area than there is the Toronto Maple Leafs coming in on the voicemail thus far. Yeah, I think we kind of already answered your question to echo Travis' comments. Sorry we missed it. There's a lot of them. And keep calling. We love hearing your voice.
We got 60 voicemails to get through. A lot of them will come into the voicemail exclusive episode again coming soon. If you called, technical problems, be patient. We'll get to you. We love you. Thank you for the calls. Next one is from Max.
What's one rule you would change in the NHL right now?
Let players play drunk. I'd love to see what happens if you introduced alcohol in the locker room.
Well, some of them have over the years. Theo Fleury looking at you. Ian White looking at you. I will say and it's more of an off-ice thing. I've mentioned it before, but especially in the playoffs, I'd like to see the referees be at the podium after the game, as well as the coaches and the players. They're on the ice too, man. They dictate as much of that game as the players do. I would love to hold them accountable, and I'd like to make it mandatory that at least one of the officials, if not a linesman, if there was a specific call, where they have to come in and answer at least 5 minutes worth of questions from the media.
Amen. I couldn't agree more. Let's get the goalie coaches and the referees on the podium answering the tough questions. You probably get a better answer than get to most politicians in Canada that lie to you. So
I don't know about the goalie coaches. Listen, that's more for the offseason stuff. That's more for the website content. I don't know if I want to see them on the podium after a postseason game, but I think the referees need to be in there. And you know what? I'm going to say that for all sports. Every single sport, you should be able to at least ask a few questions. If he steps up there and they go, no, we have no questions, he's like, all right, thank you very much. But they at least have to be available to media.
next question is coming in from the Grozman out in the beautiful city that rhymes with fun, Regina.
Hey fellas, it's the Grozman here, living large in Regina, Saskatchewan. Just gotta say, man, Vander Kane, I don't know what that guy's eating for breakfast, if it's a couple 8 balls or some frosted flakes or who knows what, but this guy is just electric. I'm telling you, shooting the puck, scoring the puck, hitting guys, laying guys out, getting in scrums. He's doing all the little things. Defense isn't that bad either. And we gotta shake a stick at that pylon called Stuart Skinner. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but how do you go from playing like a tutor to a 25 save shutout? Yeah, only 25 saves, not a big deal. But I'm just really pulling for the oil. But Gary will never let that happen. F you, Gary. Anyways, love the pod, boys. Keep it going, and we'll chat to you soon.
I don't disagree with anything he said.
What both those guys said. What both those guys said. He told Gary to F off. He called Kane out. He called it exactly as it is. A bowl of black ball for breakfast is what he's saying. I love that. Grozman, we love it. We'll be in your city. We'll be in Regina. What are we, Dave? June 6 to 8? 5 to 8? Something like that at the Hotel Sask?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, we're going to be golfing at the Deer Valley. We're going to be enjoying all of your city has to offer. Very much looking forward to it, my friend. Thanks for the call. As always, you can leave a voicemail down at the link in the description. We got more calls. This one's coming in from Gambit.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Travis. Gambit from Washington State here, just calling in. Wanted to say that I'm a brand new hockey fan. Started watching at the start of this season. I'm brand new to this podcast. Started listening to you guys around the trade deadline. Really enjoyed the show. Wanted to say that, Dave, congratulations on your amazing career as a radio host up in Canada. I think that's really awesome, and I hope you get 20 more amazing years out of it. And Travis, wanted to say congratulations on your years of sobriety. I know every day is a bit of a fight sometimes with trying to get through all that, and sometimes it's just always in the back of your head. So stay strong, man.
I thought he was going to say congrats on having a hot Playboy model wife.
Well, listen, when it comes to my radio career, thank you very much. I appreciate that. When it comes to Travis's vices, alcohol's not his vice, but he has others that he needs to work on.
Coffee and beautiful women. Nothing I love more. Sometimes I like to mix them together. Hey, I like my coffee like I like my women. Light, strong, and preferably not independent. Next call coming in from Jacob. Yeah, the Vancouver women are sure going to love that one.
All right, Trav. Question for you. What are some good drills for a young goalie who's playing low-level high school hockey in some random state? The state is South Dakota. Just really low-level high school hockey. Just came off of a hip and an ankle surgery. What are some really good drills to get back into movements and trying to get fluent again before tryouts?
The great tax-free state of South Dakota. My mom goes to the U.S. She's going to South Dakota first. I guarantee it, myself included, possibly. Love South Dakota.
Can I recommend Sense Arena? I mean, you've used it. Isn't it great?
Sense Arena is good. What I would recommend, if you can get access to ice and you have access to it, work on your movements. Movements are the wheels that drive the bus. If you can't move, you can't make saves. Making saves actually is very, very easy. It's moving into the save, moving into position, getting set early in advance so you have a good read in the puck. That is the problem. So work on those fundamentals, work on the basics. And like if you watch the pros, you watch the Hellebucks and the Ottingers, if you ever see Ottinger during the summer, it's the most basic shit ever. There's nothing complex, nothing complicated. It is the simple 1% of the 1% basic detail. The same details probably that 12-year-olds are working on, and they are just so good at it. They are machines. They don't make mistakes. Work like that. Try to work on those small little micro details there.
Good advice.
Next call coming in from Matthew.
Sup, Dave? Sup, Trav? I just want to say I'm loving the podcast. Oh, by the way, my name is Matthew. I'm 16 from Montreal, Quebec. Yeah, I love the podcast. I always listen to it when I'm doing my homework, when I'm exercising and doing all that. Even though I've never played hockey in my life, I watch hockey. Um, I just think that your podcast is so cool because like you talk about hot button issues, like really in a way that's like, you don't care what other people think of you, and you just speak your heart out, speak your mind out, and just talk about it. Like, I think that everyone deserves an opinion on stuff, and people that always like to criticize you and stuff, I like how you don't use that and like change how your podcast works and stuff like that. So yeah, I really appreciate the podcast. I think it's really cool. Go Habs go and free Carter.
First off, yes, definitely free Carter Hart. Also, I know I speak on behalf of Dave. We love the city of Montreal. Beautiful city, clean. The women are gorgeous. They're stylish. They're classy. There's nothing better than, as far as the big cities go, the city of Montreal and the great people there. Can I talk about the authenticity aspect, what he just mentioned about not caring, and talk about hot button issues, Dave? I have an opinion. I don't know if you do. Do you have one first?
I always have an opinion. Go for it.
Honestly, if you want to get good at ladies, because I know 16-year-olds are at that really awkward stage, they want to get good at women, but they don't really have a whole lot of experience. The number one way, I think, authenticity and being genuine to yourself. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care what anybody else says or does. I will do and I will believe the difficult things because I am so firm. I'm the biggest advocate and believer in what I believe in and in myself. And if I don't believe it, nobody will. Women love somebody who's confident and is completely unshakable when it comes to this type of stuff. And women will shit test you. Dave, it's just funny. Dave and I have talked about this so much the past couple of years about like little shit tests that women do that I don't think they even know that they're doing it, but they do it. As a 16-year-old man, get good at being authentic, being genuine, staying true to yourself. So obviously, update your belief system as more information becomes available, and you say, okay, well, this fits more to this as opposed to that. That's going to be your secret sauce. And in the world of podcasters, there are so many dudes in the hockey podcasting realm that are just genuinely inauthentic. They are selling out for the dollar. We've mentioned the goons over at Spit and Chicklets and them doing anything for a buck, including selling gloves to kids that don't have hands or selling booze to your children. Authenticity is rare. It is hard to come by. And if you can harness it and grasp it and project it out into the world, man, people will really like that. That's why I'm podcasting with the man on the other end of the screen. This dude is the most genuine, badass dude. This guy has nails for breakfast, and I love this man. Not like no homo, but I love this man.
I'll apologize in advance for my French, but because he's from Montreal, I'll say bienvenue et merci pour appeler le programme et ton équipe cette année. Très bien. Très bien. Et la prochaine saison est très magnifique pour toi, hopefully. Pour dans mon tête et dans mon cœur, je dis totalement qu'est-ce que je pense tout le temps et c'est bien pour mon famille et c'est bien pour ce programme. Donc, merci beaucoup pour l'appeler. I speak better French than Carney and Polyev put together, for the record.
Just say, I like really thin pancakes.
Call it a crepe.
Ricky.
Call it a crepe.
Ricky, they're just like crepes, man. It's not that big a deal if you say it. I don't really want to say it. Whatever, Pepe Le Pew. Break it. As you wish. Hey, driver, drive these.
Great reference to Talladega Nights.
Next call coming in from our boy Neil. He listens on Rumble, actually.
Hey guys, Neil Cullen from Ontario here. Yes, I am a Leafs fan, and that is what I'm about to comment on. I love the podcast. Just had to do a rebuttal to Dave's comment saying that the Leafs division is by far the easiest division. That is kind of interesting considering that division has won the Stanley Cup I don't know how many times in the last 10 years. I mean, you got Tampa Bay in there, you got Florida, you got Boston. They've all won the Stanley Cup several times over the last decade. I don't know how that is the easiest division. That is a very interesting comment. Anyway, love the show, guys. Take care.
Well, look at it this way. that division is really good. The comment I was making was as far as their travel. As far as their travel goes, it's a very easy division to play in because you can sleep in your own bed every night. But I appreciate your point about a lot of Stanley Cup winners coming out of that division, but I think it allows for a lot of rest throughout the season to allow them to perform better in the playoffs. And if that's contradicting what I was saying earlier, then it's a combination of having that long travel, but again, being well rested. It's the same argument I had about why Hellebuck didn't necessarily perform in the playoffs this year for the Jets, because he played way too many games and he wasn't rested. A lot of the guys in that division are well rested by the time they get into the playoffs.
Next call coming in from Ryan.
Hey boys, I'm a big fan. I just gotta say, my name's Brian Squire. I'm from Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada. Man, I just listen to the podcast every day, and I love it so much. Okay, sorry, I'm nervous. Okay. Trav, I just want to know, why is your name Trav for the Oilers when you dick ride the Winnipeg Jets? Dave, are you always fried? And how fucking terrible are these takes? Oh my god, man, wake the fuck up!
You want to go first?
Sure. I don't think this guy's used his brain for a day in his life.
Thank you for the phone call. Next call.
You know what I find crazy before we move on from this caller? The fact that people genuinely use calories. I'm talking the same energy currency that kept your ancestors alive from saber-toothed tigers and dodging bombs in WW2. You're using that same currency to leave voicemails and negativity and low IQ comments like this. I find that interesting. I use my calories for productive things.
We appreciate everyone's 2 cents on this show, including the Americans who are getting rid of the penny next year.
I'll shout out all the way down to the Gulf of America. Last call of the day. This comes from your daddy. This will be interesting.
All right, pal. Just so you know, a little fact check. There's no money settlement for this case going on with Hockey Canada. It's strictly the police that reopened it. But I understand that probably would have went over your head, just like 90% of those shots in your semi-pro career. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. Your takes are pretty garbage. You write him in there. He kind of knows his stuff, and it's a good thing he corrects you, or else you would really, really have a fall off. But anyways, pal, keep doing your thing. Yeah, cheers, buddy.
I think he voted NDP for Avoid Jagmeet. I think that's pretty obvious with this fella.
Keep supporting the show. Take us home, Travis.
Hey, if you enjoyed what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday, right by my hand.
Click right here.